Hello, and welcome to another episode of Daily Reflections, the only show where you know every week you're going to get an update on my golf game. It's going to happen. Just is. Pastor Sean coming to you from my front porch here in Sonoraville. It is hot, hot, hot. I mean, it is hot. It's so hot. You remember the old Johnny Carson show or the match game? They would say, "How it's so hot," and the audience would holler, "How hot is it?" It was so hot today that I questioned my salvation and repented at least 3 times to make sure I was going to heaven. That's how hot it is out here today. And if I look a little flush, if I look a little sweaty, I apologize for that. I just got off the golf course, came home, and decided to sit down and shoot this video, which is about an hour behind at this point. But I wanted to go ahead and get it on and get it on broadcast today so that you could talk to me and I could talk to you. Here's the update that I want to talk to you about. Pastor Eddie Owens went with me today. Fields Ferry was full, and we weren't able to get on at that golf course here in Calhoun. So we made the trip up to Tunnel Hill. We played a course that it's called the Pasture up there. It's a great little course, 9-hole, but we play it twice, so we get 18 in. Eddie played today and achieved his new goal. He broke 100 and shot a 97 today. So congratulations to Pastor Eddie. He still lost. Let me make sure that's clear. He still lost by 10 strokes. His pastor beat him by 10 strokes. I shot an 87. He shot a 97. I should have shot 84 because I missed 3 good putts that should have been birdies, or should have been par putts, and instead they were bogey putts. And so I'm upset about that, but I'm going to live through it. But it was a great day. It was a hot day, but it was a fantastic day. Congratulations to Pastor Eddie on that achievement. Here's what I want to talk to you about. I want you to start thinking about the goals that you have set in your life. Maybe you're reading the Bible through this year and you want to read it through in a year. You should be halfway through. We're in July. You should already be halfway through reading the Bible through in a year. If you're not, set a goal to finish the Bible this year. Start reading it now and double up your efforts and read the Bible through this year. Maybe you want to pray for 15 minutes a day, 30 minutes a day, an hour. An hour is a good goal. You can break it up into 4 15-minute sessions because Jesus comes to his disciples when they're in the Garden of Gethsemane and he says, "Could you not pray for an hour? Couldn't you wait for an hour? All I ask of you is an hour of prayer. Couldn't you take care of that?" But they fell asleep because they couldn't accomplish that goal. Maybe that's a goal that you need to set for yourself this year. Read the Bible through. Pray for an hour a day. That would be magnificent. Maybe you want to fast more than you did last year. Well, start this week. Start this week by fasting. Fast a meal, fast a day, fast a week, whatever it is. Set a goal and then work toward accomplishing that goal. You may want to lose 15 pounds. Go to the gym. Get on the treadmill. Walk, lift some weights, get sweaty. Get in there and do the work and accomplish the goals. Here's the key to it all. You cannot sit idly by. You can't sit on the couch. You can't just let the world pass you by and think everything's going to be okay. No, you got to get up and work toward those goals. Pastor Eddie has been playing golf for about 4 weeks. And for a guy who's only played 4 weeks to break 100, it's fantastic. It's fantastic. But here's what he's done. He's been in his backyard chipping. He's been over at the driving range hitting balls. He's been out on the golf course figuring out what's wrong with his swing, what's right with his swing. He's talked to other guys who play and has worked out the kinks out of his swing, and he's got his swing down right. And now he broke 100 today. His next goal is to break 95, to break 90, to keep going, to shoot par golf. He's got these goals, and he's working toward those goals. But he can't sit at home and just hope that it's going to happen. It doesn't work that way. He's got to get out in his yard. He's got to get out at the driving range. He's got to get out there and do the work. If you want to lose 15 pounds, you can't sit at home eating Little Debbie's. It ain't going to happen. You got to go to the gym. You got to lift something heavy. Everything there is heavy. You got to go. You lift something heavy. You get on that treadmill. You get your muscles going. You get your heart rate up. You get the sweat pouring off of you, and you start to lose some weight. But you got to do it. You got to do it. So what do, Pastor? Well, you start. You start. Jesus slips away from his parents when he's 12 years old. They come to him and they're frantic. And he says, "Didn't you know that I can't sit on the couch? Didn't you know that I can't be an average kid? Didn't you know that I can't just rest on my laurels? I can't just let the world pass me by. I've got to be about my Father's business. And we know from biblical sense that for the next 18 years, he goes home and he's subservient to his parents, does whatever they ask. Theological studies tell us that Jesus traveled. We have no biblical record of it, but we read in the studies, different studies say that he traveled, that he probably went to India. He went all the way to China, that he traveled the world learning as much as he could possibly learn. But he knew everything, but he still wanted to learn. He still set some goals. He still wanted to accomplish things. When he comes back at the age of 30, he has to get to Calvary. He has to be the sacrifice. He has to be the Lamb of God, the sacrificial Lamb of God. And so what does he do? He starts on a goal. He starts working. He starts watching John the Baptist, following John the Baptist, listening to John the Baptist. And then when he understands that he is greater than John the Baptist, he probably knew that all along, he surpasses John the Baptist. And then he starts doing the ministry work. He goes in the highways and hedges. He starts compelling people to come. He does the Sermon on the Mount. He does all these different things. All of this is leading to Calvary, because that was his goal, was to be the sacrificial lamb. And he was. Rose from the dead, ascended back into heaven, and is now intercessing, praying for you and I. So what it is that you need to set a goal for? What is it that you want to do? Is it you want to come to church more? Start this Sunday. Start this Sunday. Come to church this Sunday and set a goal. I want to be in church every time the doors are open for the remainder of the year. I want to be at church at least 3 times a month for the remainder of the year. That's as low as I'm going to go, because you need to be in church at least 3 times a month. So what is it that you want to do? Maybe you want to start tithing faithfully. Maybe you want to be a faithful tither and not just boom, boom, here and miss everywhere over there. Maybe you want to be an extravagant giver who gives to certain ministries. That's fantastic. Maybe you want to be a teacher, a Sunday school teacher, a children's church teacher. Start working toward it today and accomplish the goals that you set out. Spiritual goals, physical goals, everything needs to have a goal. You need to have a goal so that you can work toward it and watch God help you in the process. Coming from my front porch today, encouraging you to get up off your seat and do something today. Keep in mind that Pastor Eddie lost by 10 strokes, because my golf game is getting better as well. I'm enjoying it. It's helping me stay healthy. It's helping me stay active. And these guys, I love going and playing with all of them. And it's really a lot of fun. So coming from my front porch today, Pastor Sean saying that I love you. I'm praying for you. Hope to see you very, very soon at Irwin Hill. God bless you as always is my prayer.